Hello, I'm Rachel from Douentza Garden in Ireland, and today I'm going to show you how to take care of your aloe plants. The aloe group of plants is vast, and some of the plants get really enormous too. If you live in a very warm climate, you probably know aloes as outdoor plants that add structure and interest to your garden. But if you live in the temperate zone like me, you'll keep your aloes as pot plants in either the house or greenhouse. Today's video will deal exclusively with care of aloes in pots. So whether you own the very popular aloe vera or another aloe variety, care of these architectural plants is the same. Aloes thrive in full sun and places of low atmospheric humidity. Provide your plant with the sunniest windowsill in your house or greenhouse, ensuring it gets a minimum of 6 hours of sunlight a day. Lack of light is a common complaint for aloes grown indoors, and it can cause them to elongate. Some people find the elongated aloe vera more attractive than when it's grown in good light. It gains a kind of trunk. But spindly leaves can also be the result of too little light, and nobody likes that. Plants may be placed outdoors in summer, but acclimatise them gradually to more light, especially aloe vera. The second important aspect of care is correct watering. The aloe is a desert plant that needs to dry out completely between waterings. Your aloe should be watered thoroughly once the surface of the compost feels dry to the touch during spring and summer. So always check before you apply water. When you do water, give the plant lots. This is a common error people make. If you only give a small quantity of water, you'll encourage the plant to root shallowly. Be careful not to dribble water on its leaves. Let the excess water drain away so the plant is never left standing in water. Your plant should be potted in well-drained mix that allows water to quickly run through. From November to the beginning of March, give your aloes a period of rest. At this time, water should only be given if necessary. That is, if the plants are shriveling or becoming limp. Overwatering of aloes can result in root rot, mushy leaves, and plant death. To encourage good growth and flowering, feed once a month during the growing season. From April to September, use a liquid feed when you water, one high in potassium such as tomato fertilizer or a specialist liquid cacti feed. Temperature is of course an important factor in growing aloes, and they need to be overwintered indoors or in a greenhouse that maintains a minimum of 41 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 5 degrees Celsius. I wish you much success with your aloe plants and happy growing.